All right, YouTube, new family. What is going on? Daniel here for another video. Doing this one to show you guys and also for myself. This is something that I was postponing because my ego didn't want to let others know or trying to use it against me of where I'm currently at. So we're gonna have a little walkthrough, a setup of my place. And I'm currently staying with my dad. And that's something that I tried to hide before. I lived in Yorkville before, which is probably the most luxurious neighborhood in Toronto, and it started out okay when I was, beginning this journey, and in my process of growing into the person I am now. But eventually, I didn't feel connected there. I didn't feel aligned there, and something told me to come back here. And at the moment, I'm living with him, but he has a unit down here in the basement, and I'll be living there in the next few weeks. Right now, it's about end of October, middle of October when I'm recording this. So I'm going to show you guys the thing. This is the house, the neighbor over here, David. This is the place. Crazy. Bit of a mess. Bit of a mess because we just brought some stuff over, but I'm going to do a full walkthrough so you guys will see where I'll be staying for the next little bit. But like I said, I'll be going to the basement and I'll be able to have my own, privacy there. But most importantly, be my own energy, which is important. My dad is up here, and he'll be leaving probably the next few months to go on a winter vacation. So I'll have, the whole place to myself, but downstairs. But here's the place. Without further ado, so we have all my stuff here that came the other day. Some of my shoes. We share this area right here. Very messy. Some of my stuff here as well. Some laundry we did. The kitchen / office / dining table. See, we have, this is from his business. Some stuff from the place. I was making a meal here, so I'm making some squash. I steam vegetables now, so a little hack for you guys. This is, everything. Got my water filter. This is a reverse osmosis. So, you click here, give me a little tutorial. You click, and then you get up to 32 ounces of water. And so we're Argentinian. My dad's are from Argentina, so we have mate. He has this with his little cup, little thermos. You guys know this team. You guys are real ones, Team Argentina. But so kitchen we'll share right now in the moment. This is where I have the most important book you'll ever read, the Bible. And this one is the New American Standard Bible. So that's the closest translation to the actual Bible. It's crazy. I found this book actually, a really good book. I don't read, I don't read the Bible, but these are books I was reading before. So I have my mentor here, Yados. This is another book of the Bible. And this is my old Bible before, but I upgraded. It's like basically like a newbie version. And everything is highlighted here as well. I have my highlighters here in the morning. I wake up and have everything highlighted for the most part. I started New Testament already, but right now I'm on Exodus. Proverbs as well is really good. So I read that. And have some. This is my sister's dog that comes by sometimes, so we have some food for her. But yeah, I've been buying squash wholesale, so that helps with meal prep. But yeah, in the mornings I come here, reflect. So put the Bible down here, reflect. Have my computer here, reflect as well. Have headphones. I sometimes say eat here. Eat. You're gonna say study. Things like that. It's my weighted vest. In the morning I take this. Right now it's at 50 pounds. I'll be going up to 60 very soon. So let's see if I can organize this. Put this here. Right, it's just on my clothes that were washed. Old pillow. More of my stuff. We're gonna go some more of my stuff here. This is the downstairs of where I'll be, staying after. So you have 2 washrooms here. One of them. On. And yeah, it's very small, but it's more like guest washroom. We have his room. I'm not going to show you that. We have laundry, another washroom here, shower, toilet, me here. And then we have more of my stuff. This used to be my old room, so clothes, stuff we're gonna be moving downstairs. And these are things I actually bought when I was in Italy for home workouts, but I prefer the gym. I see now why. These like resistance bands, but in some future they'll have some use. But it's just on my clothes. I used to sleep in the bed. I said used to. I'll show you guys where I sleep now. It's more of my stuff. This is some tallow that I use to cover that up. But yeah, very unorganized right now. But we'll be moving to stuff. This I actually got when I was in Italy, Sicily. Very nice hat. And also got this in Italy, Palermo. It's a team there. But this is where I'm majority of the time. So this is the office. It's a computer. I was on my call with my coach, discussing actually this video. So you'll see it after. Crazy. But yeah, I have my laptop here. So I do my job during the day here. And have my mouse. It's my case. This is something I use after I eat. It's really good actually. I start throwing these away. Put these here. And yeah, so this is like the office. Also, we have our stuff here for the washroom, some office stuff, some more stuff of mine here. And I say my old room because I now sleep this on the floor. So you'll see here some stuff. So I put this on the floor first, then this, and then this is like my blanket, and I have two pillows I sleep with. This is it's over here. This is a like Japanese buckwheat pillow. It's more, you could say, orthopedic or ergonomic for the neck. It's like more comfortable. You could say more natural. I have that I sleep with on the floor, so I literally sleep right here. So I'll set this up when I go to bed. And I've been doing it recently because of, I was having lower back issues. The tall guy, about like 194 centimeters, so about 6'5". And when you're taller, you have lower back issues, and just have longer, you could say, more muscle between there. So I was waking up with like very bad back issues. I was trying everything, physio, everything like that, and I decided on trying this. Someone named Mike Chang, I came across this video on YouTube. The guy I follow on Instagram, he's like, he used to do six-pack shortcuts, and now he's doing more like Flow 60. So like natural, very like natural guy. He's known for like walking around barefoot, but just basically ways of connecting. You say semi-spiritual, and he's been sleeping on the floor for 10 years, and really advocated for it. So back in the room now, but yeah. So basically, I set this up, and then I sleep on the floor, and it's been crazy. I've been doing it for the past, I would say, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and I really can't go back because the bed. Obviously, mine is really messy here, but the bed, when you sleep on it, see, it's like a little cushion. It doesn't allow your muscles to actually relax. Like essentially when you're on the floor, your skeletal system is the one that's actually taking the impact of the floor, so it allows your muscles to actually relax. But when you're on your bed and you're, basically in the, let's see this as an example, like we have your basic muscles are in here, and you're going into the bed, your muscles are actually what's holding you up and not your skeletal system. So your muscles are actually, tensed up, trying to hold you up on this basically like cushion, you could say like cloud, and it's actually what's not letting you rest and let your muscles relax. So that's why you wake up in the morning stiff, tight, and not able to actually be fully at rest and recover, the workout you did, the muscles that you worked out before. And that's the one thing that's helped me so much, is being able to recover fully. So in the morning I had to like stretch and be very tight, have like tight hamstrings, like tight lower back, but now, you know, I don't have any more tight hamstrings. I can wake up and like not have to stretch at all. It's crazy. You just wake up, and yeah, actually put my alarm here. I'll show you guys here. So put my alarm here. That's why I can't miss a alarm. So I put my phone here, and when you're sleeping on the floor, it's my sleeping mask. So you can see as I'm not lying. So every time I'm able to hit my alarm is because I have to get up from the floor, grab my phone here, and then turn it off, and then I'm up, and I can go, you know, go to the washroom, wash my face, brush my teeth, and then go into reflecting and reading the Bible. But yeah, we'll end the video here. I want to show you basically the setup. You guys will see the spot downstairs when it is available. Right now, you have some tenants that are there that are leaving, but you may be asking why I decided to move back, and it's because my conscience was telling me that there's no point in investing around here. Obviously, you have the budget to do that. I can, you know, go find a 1 bedroom somewhere in the city, downtown, around here. But I didn't feel, you know, right doing that. My conscience wasn't telling me to do it. I didn't feel at peace, and you know, it wouldn't make sense. And I'm not sure I mentioned this before, but ever since I went to Italy, God has been showing more and more that my future will be there. Not sure when. I don't focus on that. I just focus on the process and, you know, allowing myself every day more and more. But I feel like He's preparing me for that. So, you know, I'll have, you know, I still pay money here every month. I'll be paying a bit under the usual amount for what I can find around the city, but anything else that I do, you can say save, will be invested into, you know, helping others, growing myself, the brand, and also the coaching to help others get out of lust, because that's what I'm focused on now, helping men escape where I was from. I was only a few years ago, just living for the weekend, living for that next girl you think is going to give you, you know, that feeling you're searching for, or trying to chase that, you know, party lifestyle. And you know, I've been there and I've fulfilled all those desires, so I know exactly what you're chasing and what you'll get into. But many have not been able to do that. So they're simply lost in this feeling that they think is real behind this whole dating scene. So I help others get out of that from experience and wisdom, and show others the path, uh, you know, which is connecting to your actual purpose and connecting with the one that brought you here. But this video, like I said, is mostly for my ego, which would tell me, you know, show them some new spots, show them, you know, you living downtown Toronto, which I currently live in Canada, show them, you know, a new spot around Yorkville or something expensive to show them that you're growing. But I see growth totally different now. I see growth, you know, doing things in spirit and not for ego. Because, like I said, I could easily in the ego go and spend some money on some apartment somewhere and show you guys this like upgrade. But for me, that's not growth, because I wouldn't be in peace. I wouldn't be doing something that, you know, is aligned with, you know, what God is telling me to do, which is stay here, move to the downstairs, and you know, just work on yourself, and then step by step, He will take me where I'm supposed to be. But like I said, I don't believe in goals or desires, because that's just taking you away from the present and being aligned and connected to the fountain. But you know, if I were to desire something or see myself somewhere, it's in Italy, living there. So that's where my, let's say, next destination would be. But that's where I have, you know, things set on. And this is, you could say, a step back to go a couple steps forward, but it's also a step in developing myself more, because like I said, I could throw extra capital at a place, but that's money that I'm not spending on myself and me growing as a person, which in turn helps the people around me grow, and you know, students as well, that will be able to be affected and also influenced by how I grow, because you know, you can only grow under the person you're under. And you know, I know I'm going to be a successful coach in helping those with lust, so I have to do everything possible to make sure I'm able to be at the top of my game. And if it's, you know, making a sacrifice in the worldly of, you know, living with your parents or my dad and staying with him, then so be it. But that's what God told me. So I need to make this video as well because the ego can very easily try to use things that society doesn't seem as an upgrade against you, and more especially when I do meet, my my angel or the person that God's going to bring me. It's something that the devil will use against you and saying, "Oh, you still live with your parents. Why would you bring them here?" Blah blah blah. But like I said, this video is more for me than for you. But you guys can get some value to see how I live. But it's more to free myself from ammunition that the devil can try to use against me. Because, like I said before, you're either in ego or in spirit. And if you're doing things in ego, you're disaligning yourself and not actually in peace and actually in the process, because you're just trying to buy something to show somebody something. And like I said, I could have easily rented another place and shown you guys, oh, this is my new apartment in this spot, and but I'm not actually in there with you. I'm disaligned. I'm just doing things for ego, and I just purchase more things. But I know that now I'm in peace. Now I'm serving others, and even as I'm recording this, I feel much better. But yeah, it's crazy that once you reveal the truth, you're actually set free. And freedom is spiritual, and the matrix you're trying to escape that the society tells you is also mental, because you could have everything like I once did and think you're escaping, but everything is within you, and you can basically live your own heaven or your own hell, and it's always creating your mind. But even more so when you're in lust, you're simply escaping a hell that you've created, and you're not actually able to confront the things that you're not confronting. So this is one thing that had to be done to help me grow, so I'm doing it, leading by example and showing you guys that I don't live out of ego, and everything will come when it's supposed to. But like I said, something, faith that I have tells me that there's a big step coming. So that's why I decided to make this change. And now you guys see how I live, per se, for now. But there'll be another video showing you guys the downstairs, and yeah, how we go from there. But hope you guys like the video. Learn a bit more about me, how I live, and show you guys maybe the one thing I was hiding from the world. But like I said, I have no ego towards it. I could care less what others are going to perceive. It's more to remove anything that can confine me to thinking or judging myself, which is the devil trying to make you go against yourself. It's not you against the world, it's you against the devil, which is lives within your mind, but also can make you battle yourself. What you think is mental, but everything is spiritual, like I always say. But anyways, that is the video. Hope you guys got some value of some things I pointed out there. Maybe sleeping on the floor is one thing you can try that I've been doing recently that I've seen crazy results in. But yeah, everything is perfect. Everything is aligned, and I'll look back on this video one day and see how much things have changed. So hope you guys enjoyed. Much love. But as always, until next time, keep killing it. And also you have the Instagram below, so you guys can follow and see more of the habits, the lifestyle, and also the coaching I provide for men, like I said, in lust, which is going to help a lot of men be free in so many different ways, as opposed to living simply for feelings and lust and things that they think are real. So like I said, hope you enjoyed. Comment below what you got from the video, anything you want to input, like and subscribe if you like the content. But as always, until next time, keep killing it.